I'm sure some of you guys might be curious about how long your pumps can last for in your system, so I thought I might go through that stuff and give you guys an answer. With water pumps, there's usually not too much that can go wrong with them. As long as you get a good quality one in the first place, they will last for quite a while. Now, the one that I've had in the system here has been here for about 3.5 years, and it has been going reliably, it has been going well, and I have not had a problem at all with it. But lately I've started to notice that the water's starting to not pump through as fast, and I think that's basically showing signs of wear, signs of age, and it's basically time to replace it. So I have a nice new one. This one is a 5,000 litre an hour, 10,000 litre an hour pump, and it should be all that my system really needs. So if you're curious about how long your pump can actually last, it's quite a good question because they don't really tell you on the packs, and the going times on the forums that I've noticed can go anywhere from about 2 years to about 5 years. I haven't seen many last much longer than that, well, domestic versions anyway. I'm sure commercial versions are very different and you can replace different parts, but most of the pumps that you buy online are one unit, and when they go, they go. So with my one, I've been keeping an eye on it, and I've noticed the flow's starting to decrease as it goes, which I think means the propellers inside of it are starting to wear out, and it's basically time for a change. I could wait for it to die completely, but then I'd be paranoid that I'd wake up and I'd have a whole lot of fish that aren't particularly happy. So I figure I might do a bit of preemptive work and replace it now before it can become before any issues can come onto it. So this is my new pump. It's about 10,000 litres an hour and about an 85 watt. When you look at them, this is the bell curve. So at a different height, it'll push a different amount of water and it'll tell you how much you actually need. For those that are handy, you'll notice I've actually got more than 10,000 litres an hour in my system. The general rule of thumb is that you want to have an amount of water flowing through. You want to have a pump that can pump your entire system within an hour. So this one doesn't quite do that, but I'm not stocking that high, so it works out quite well for mine. There are different equations and everything, so if you're not pumping as much water, you don't need as big of a pump. But a little bit of an unboxing, straight from China. But when you're buying one, you want to get one that's a relatively good quality. A cheap one will usually die relatively quickly. And this is my newbie. So they are relatively simple. It's a big heavy motor inside of it, pumps out the water, and a big long cable. And they've got a little guard which clips on, screws on over that, and that stops any fish from going for a paddle through there. And it also comes with a few of these. Now, just for a little bit of a comparison, this is what it was like before I upgraded the pump, and you can see the amount of flow that's coming out of it. As I said before, water pumps are a relatively simple thing. It's just a motor that turns a little turbine, and that powers the water to push it through. There are different sizes of pumps, different sizes of turbines, and it all determines the amount of water that will go through it. But the things that usually go wrong on it, there are two things that usually die. It's usually the motor either going or the propeller. The propeller can wear down over time, so the amount of things that go through it will slowly eat away at it and make it slightly smaller, and the water flow will slow down like it has for mine. But on other ones, the pumps will just die. Now here you can see a bit of a comparison between how it was and how it is, and there was a massive large amount of water change in it, and there is so much more water now. Now, just an indication of how much better this bed is actually flowing now. It was not clogging up before, but now you can see water is just starting to build up, and I have to figure out why. That would do it. That would definitely do it. So water is now draining through there a lot better. Yeah, I've really got to sort that mint out. There is a thing in there. That one seems to be flowing quite well now as well. So my old pump is now going to become my spare one. So I'm going to keep it in the shed, and I'm just going to keep it there until that one is about to die. Because you don't want to go without a pump. Because if I didn't have a pump and you're anything like me, you've got to order them online and it will take a couple of days for it to come through, and by that stage it might just be too late for your system. So What I like to do is I'll keep a spare one in there, and whenever I need to re-change it or do anything with it, I'll pull it out and change it. So when that one dies in 3, 4 something years, then I'll have a backup one that's ready to go. Because I don't want to go without one, and I've been risking it without having one in there. So not a horribly complex clip for today, but I thought it might help somebody out, so I thought I might do it. So if you guys liked it, subscribe or give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I hope you guys got something out of it. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys.